In today's video, I'm going to teach you a couple of very, very simple ways of creating your own piano arrangements. And this is a really fantastic skill to have. Then you're not reliant on having to read fully notated sheet music. And I know this is a huge turnoff for a lot of people. A lot of my private students don't want to have to take the months and years that it takes to be able to get your sight reading skills up to this level. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to take a very simple lead sheet that is a written melody with chord symbols written on the top. You can find them all over the place, and turn it into satisfying piano arrangements. I promise this is perfect for people of any level, even if you just have very basic skills. So stick around. I'm Brenda Earl-Stokes. I'm the owner and creator of Piano and Voice with Brenda. I make creative and practical resources to help musicians like you become more versatile musicians. So before we go any further, I want to offer something to you that I think is going to help, especially if you are a less experienced pianist. I have this freebie here that is a cheat sheet plus a tutorial all about chords. So if you're someone who's a little iffy on your chords, that will be really, really helpful for you. So pause the video for a second, take a moment, enter the information, and it will be sent right to your email inbox. And then you'll have some cheat sheets that you can throw on the piano next to you, just in case you get to a chord that you can't figure out. So in order to be able to start, we need to start with something that's called a lead sheet. And what a lead sheet is, as you can see here, is the written notes, that's the melody, and the chord symbols are there as well. And so with this information is all you need. And you can get lead sheets all over the place. You can get them at Sheet Music Direct. Maybe you have a fake book that has this information in it. And I'm going to show you what to do with this information. Okay, so let's go into studio mode. Ta-da! All right, so I'm going to just show you one of the lines of music here. And you can see, so this is The Rose by Bette Midler. I picked it because it's nice and easy. You want to pick something at an easy level. And the first thing that you're going to do is you're just going to play the melody in your right hand. And don't worry about the specific rhythms or be picky about it. Just, you know the tune. Do the best you can. So we're just doing the first two lines of it. That's the first step. The second step is to go through and make sure that your left hand can play all the chords, right? So you want to be like, okay, do I have all the chords? Do I know all the chords? And you're just going to check them. And you can use my trusty cheat sheet if you need to. If you're like, I don't know what that chord is, no problem. So the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to put the melody in the right hand with the chord in the left hand. Very, very simply. Now that's going to sound pretty basic, but I'm going to show you now the next step that we're going to do is you're actually going to eliminate one of the notes in the left hand. So you're just going to play the root and the fifth, okay? And believe it or not, this actually sounds more sophisticated than kind of honking out the entire chord. So let me show you. I mean, listen to how pretty it is. And you'll notice I'm playing a little pedal too. When the notes change color, that means I've put the pedal down. And I'm going to go on a little bit. That sounds a little bit more special than when you did it with a whole chord. And so now we're going to add one more thing. All right. We're going to pulse the left hand. Right. So if there's one chord in the bar, that means, and we're in 4/4 time, it means you're going to play it 4 times. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, right? But if there are more than one chords in the bar, like for example, the third bar of this song, it's 3 beats of F and then 1 of G. So you're going to go F, 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 G. See how we're going to do that? So let me show you how this works where you're pulsing the left hand. How pretty that is? So already it's starting to sound like something, which is what we're looking for, just to have it feel like it's a little bit like a little more fleshed out. So we're going to level up once again, and we're going to be using the same exact concept that we used a minute ago. And remember how we had the root and the fifth? Well, what we're going to do is we're now going to play the root, the fifth, and then we're going to double the root on the top. So it's going to be 1, 5, 1, 5, just like that. So that's the 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm doing that on C. Let's do that on G. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do it on F. 1, 2, 3, 4. And remember, you've already played the root and the fifth. All right. Each one of these is a quarter note. Okay. So let me show you how this is going to work. In the F, we don't have time to do all 4 beats, right? So you're going to go 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to play the fifth on the G. You see that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So we'll try it from the beginning again. And I use a little pedal. How pretty this is. Beautiful. And this works for pretty much any song that's a ballad like this. You could do This Is Wonderful Tonight. Right? Or this is Eternal Flame. See how that sounds? And so all you have to do is really simplify things down to this. And honestly, you could play for years like this and all of your family and friends will think you're like a wizard at piano, because you can really play any song that's out there. So just to break down the steps, the first thing you do is make sure you can play the melody. And if you're not a super strong sight reader, do it for 8 bars at a time until you work your way through. Then the next thing you're going to do is just ensure that your left hand can play all of the chords, because that's obviously an important step. Then you put those two things together, and then you've got the basic skeleton of the song, which is the melody in the right hand, the left hand playing the chords. The third step was to just do roots and fifths, to have just that fifth, and then you can pulse the fifth if you want. And then finally, we kind of opened that fifth up for you to play 1-5-1-5 as the accompaniment strategy. Try this for any of your favorite sort of slow or medium tempo songs. Think of songs like Let It Be, or like I showed you, Eternal Flame, or Wonderful Tonight, or any song that sort of is a little bit on the slow side. Give it a try. And I always tell people to get their hands on a fake book. There are so many terrific ones out there. I'll leave some linked in the description box below that have, like classic pop hits, or the Beatles fake book, to have something like that you can sit on your piano and play at will. I hope this video was helpful for you. If it was, please leave me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It always helps the algorithm. Also, let me know if you have any requests for content below. I'm always curious to know what my audience is thinking about. And if you want to further develop your piano skills, I strongly recommend you check out my online membership, The Versatile Musician. There, I have a couple of really great courses, including one all about solo piano playing. You'll also learn to master your chords, to play fills, all of that kind of stuff is there. So you can check it out at theversatilemusician.com. And as a special thank you for watching today, you get a $30 off your first month if you use Get Started 30 in the coupon code box. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Happy practicing with your new skill.